Welcome back to This is a Commander channel, where this is a Commander channel, and today we're going to be talking about Commander. And welcome to the very first episode of what I'm going to tentatively call Tough Rules and Cool Interactions. The series I hope to take a look at rules within Magic the Gathering, specific cards that involve those rules, and the common misconceptions about those rules. The way that people may not know that cards interact, but also ways that people could take advantage of the way that the rules interact. Things they may not think to use. Certain cards that interact in a very cool or strange way that really amplify the use of a card. So I check out the video description. I'm going to have a link down there that is to a little form that you can fill out, kind of a survey, to give me some ideas on some feedback. Just how are you guys liking this this format of the video, the structure of it? Do you want longer videos? Do you want shorter videos? And just things like that. It's a very new channel, and I'm hoping that you guys can help me mold this channel into something that the Magic community, specifically the Commander community, will enjoy watching. So on today's episode, again, the very first of this series, Tough Rules and Cool Interactions, going to be taking a look at some of the new cards from the new set Strixhaven. Hasn't yet released, but we have seen a lot of the spoilers, and I'm hoping to give you guys these are some things that I've seen on Reddit and on comments within Facebook and YouTube and things like that, just kind of around the internet. That people don't quite know how some of these cards interact with each other. So I'm going to hopefully clear that up on today's episode. So specifically, the two cards from the new set that we're going to be taking a look at are Double Major, and then also taking a look at the new legendary creature Adrix and Nev Twincasters. So let's focus here on Double Major. It is an instant for a green and a blue, and it says, copy target creature spell you control, except it isn't legendary if the spell is legendary, and it has some reminder text here, a copy of a creature spell becomes a token. Now we've seen this kind of effect before on usually cards, but in this case really only one. Lithoform engine that came out not too long ago in the recent Zendikar set. And not going to read the full card, but it has the last ability on Lithoform Engine is 4 and tap, copy target permanent spell you control, again with some reminder text that the copy becomes a token. So pretty new effect. We haven't really been able to make copies of spells on the stack. Usually we can copy activated trigger abilities and we can copy instants and sorceries, but not permanents or, in the case of Double Major, creatures. Now the weird interaction with this is especially because in the same set we have the new Adrix and Nev Twincasters. This is a 2/2 Merfolk Wizard legendary creature for 2, a green and blue. Has Ward 2, not too crucial for this video, but the main thing I want to focus on is the replacement effect that it has. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, twice that many of those tokens are created instead. Now this is effects that we have seen on a lot of cards. There's been many enchantments in Magic's past. One of the most common ones, Doubling Season, that says if an effect would create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many tokens instead. Another common one in a white color is Anointed Procession. It's an enchantment that has the same replacement effect, that if an effect would create one or more tokens under your control, it creates twice that many of those tokens instead. So the weird interaction with this is that when you create creature tokens, if you've got Doubling Season out, if you've got Anointed Procession, or if you have the new Adrix and Nev Twincasters out, it will create twice as many. So if you're making 1, you actually make 2. If you're making 2, you actually make 4, so on and so forth. The thing is, though, with Lithoform's effect of creating a copy of a permanent spell that you control, and Double Major creating a copy of a creature spell, they actually do not interact in that way. If you have Doubling Season, Anointed Procession, and Adrix and Nev out, and then you create a token with Double Major, it will not increase the amount of tokens that is created. You'll have that one creature on the stack resolving, and then you'll have your copy of it that is a token that resolves. And that's it. The reason for this is that Double Major and Lithoform Engine's ability, they're creating a copy of that on the stack. So we're not actually creating a copy of a permanent that is already out on the battlefield. where Doubling Season, Anointed Procession, and Adrix and Nev, they would see them if we're creating them on the battlefield. But Double Major and Lithoform are creating these on the stack, so they're not actually out in play yet. And those type of cards, those doubling type of cards, they only see the things that exist on the battlefield. They don't see the things that are still on the stack just yet. So that's why there's just that kind of a weird, crazy interaction. So if you were planning on building decks around this, I mean, they're still good. Double Major, still a really good card. A Lithoform Engine is still a very, very powerful card. It just won't have that interaction. So if you were planning on building around that, do keep that in mind. And if you have others in your play group that have been building around that, do let them know. Pass this video along to them. Let them know that that's not how the interaction works. And if you see this just happen around, don't be mean about it. You don't have to go in and totally be a rules lawyer about it, but do let them know, hey, that's I mean, if it's a tournament, then you may not want to get involved with other people and their games. Leave that to the players and the judge. But if it's just casual play at your local game store or anything like that, and you just see another play group, maybe want to pass this along and let them know that the interaction there isn't quite how they think that it should result. And that's all for today's episode of This is a Commander channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I am a very new channel, so please help out where you can. If you'd like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for more videos from this series and other series that we have for the channel. And if you can, take the time, please do share this with people that you might think would be interested in this, especially people who are in your play group or are interested in these kind of videos where I go in depth with rules or looking at, interesting build ideas for decks and cards that you might not think of usually to include with decks. So yeah, please share this with as many folks as you can. It really helps out to grow a new channel. And also remember, there is a link down in the video description for filling out a survey, a little form. Give me an idea of what you guys like. I do read all the comments, but also I'm going to check these forms regularly and see what kind of input you guys would like to see for future content and how I want to mold this channel as I grow it. So yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this content. Hope to see you in your next video. Have a good one. Ta-ta.